Okay, YouTubers, this is a sort of a quick review and a little informative video to let you know about a battery charger. Okay, quite a few of you that are sports car enthusiasts, mechanics, people who are involved with solar energy. I shopped around, and what I did was I looked for a battery charger that wouldn't beat my battery to death, be ergonomic, be a really bulletproof piece of equipment, And what I got here is a Stanley 25 amp battery charger. And you're probably saying, why 25 amps? Well, in the past, being a heavy equipment mechanic by trade, I always noticed that if I used one of those big rectifier type battery chargers, that it's almost like trying to crack an egg with a sledgehammer, because you're taking the battery charger that's just too powerful. Charging your battery does a good job, but you don't want to do that frequently because you destroy your battery. I use Trojan batteries in my solar system, and I notice they just boil them, and I mean they boil over, and just bad. They cook your battery. If you keep doing it long enough, using that kind of charger to charge them up, you're going to destroy your battery, shorten the life of it. Okay, so what I decided that over time the best amperage to charge a battery with was like 30 amps or less, and this battery charger here, you generally one of those 100 ampere battery chargers will charge your battery in maybe an hour, okay, but you're beating it to death. This thing here is 25 amps. Now, I've noticed that about 30 amps is about as much as you want to go, even in solar charging, okay, and unless you have a real big battery bank. This one here has got engine start on it. It's got it checks your alternator, checks your battery voltage, and it'll recondition your battery. Okay, this has 75 amp engine start. So if your battery's kind of low in the morning and it won't start, hook this little puppy up, push the battery start, the engine start button, and this thing will jump your car off. Pretty nice little design. It's got stainless steel handles on the front, rubber bumpers all the way around so it doesn't scratch anything up, easy to set on your car. Plus it's got some little feet on the front of it that you could flip out to make it sit on the desk. If you'll notice right here, you got the ones for sitting on the desk where you can, I guess, look at it better, Good little deal there. And it also has your charging function on this button. Engine start on this button, voltage here, alternator check here, and the battery recondition. Now on the battery recondition, I just recently did some. I didn't think that really worked. I took one of my Trojan T1275 golf cart batteries and I reconditioned it. It wouldn't hardly run on my inverter, but for maybe a couple hours. I reconditioned it, and it got to where it would take a charge. Okay, in other words, before the battery charger would come on, run for about 5 minutes, and then shut down. I figured that was a problem with the battery, so then I put it on battery recondition and charged it 24 hours. Is what you're supposed to do. Charge it 24 hours, and the battery came back to life. I don't guarantee this on everybody, but it sure worked for me. So I tried it on another battery, a 12-volt automotive battery. Did the same thing, old battery I had. Now on this thing, on the sides of it, it's got some places for you to wrap your cables. See, like right here, you can wrap your cables on in. They wrap back and forth around this part here. And on each one of the cables, the power supply cable and the battery cables is about 6 feet long. There's a little compartment here that you can put you can stuff the 110 volt cord in, and you can wrap the battery charging cables around the ends here. Real nice little unit here. Okay. The reason I chose it, I found it at Walmart for I think it was $59.95. It might have been $69. I'm not sure. I don't remember because I've had this thing several months. This thing's worked flawlessly. The only downside I see about the thing is on the display in sunlight. It's a little hard to see the numbers on it. Okay, but now in using it, when you start charging the battery, you'll see it come. You push the button to charge the battery. It'll come on and it'll stay on for about 5 minutes, and it'll go off. Then it'll come back on and it'll start charging the battery long term. I guess what the thing's doing is checking out the condition of your battery and then charging it after. But I found this battery charger of all of them, and look, I already had a 25 amp Schumacher, and it was a transistorized unit similar to this out of a 15 amp. And in both cases, the last battery that I reconditioned was the battery that burnt the 15 amp Schumacher up. Okay, it's a little one of them little space age looking Schumachers. And this thing here, I'll recondition the battery. The only thing I noticed, you cut it on and it will run like about 5 minutes shut off. If it does it several times, then what you need to do is put it on the recondition, and it'll bring that battery back. It'll, you know, and they say even in the book to run it 24 hours, you know, and generally it'll bring it back. But I ran that Trojan battery, which was a tough one. I really wanted that battery back because I tried to take care of those 1275s, and I ran it, and I mean it really brought the battery back. I'm impressed with this unit, you know. It's the best one I've found so far, and I've got rectifier types. You know those big boxes you see with the wheels on them that you roll around? I got those kind of battery chargers, and they're just too mean. But some of them do, I got one that does 12, 24, and 36 volts, okay? And they'll charge the battery up if the battery's in good shape, but all you got's all you got. Some of the other battery chargers we own have a battery recondition on them. This one here seems to be the least damaging on your battery, and really bring it back into not new condition, but it'll bring it back to where you can use it, you know. And solar energy in particular, you want that battery to last as many years as you can. So you know, I suggest that you recondition the battery with this thing, put it back in service. You'll notice you get a few more years out of it. I guess a few more years, you know. But so far this thing has been flawless. This is my best recommendation for any battery charger I've ever used, you know, as far as a personal, home, hobbyist, automotive. If you're the kind of person that does mess with sports cars, solar energy, hot rods, you know, or you're just a home enthusiast and you want to have a battery charger around, or even girls that, you know, want to have something as a backup, you know, that's a good thing for y'all. This is a product I recommend to you. And like all Stanley products, this thing is high quality. I mean, this is really like they thought out all of the ins and outs of the thing, because it's really just an easy, handy thing. And you can roll the cables up on it and throw it on the shelf, you know, put it in your workshop or your garage, you know, and it's there for you, you know. But like I say, this has been the best battery charger I've seen so far. Only negative that I see is you kind of need to, if you're in dim light, you can see the display good. But I find it's a little tough to use in bright light, like out here in the sun where I'm having to film that. I'm doing one of these tailgate videos on the back of my truck, you know. Thought y'all would enjoy that part of it. I don't have to worry about lighting out here. But look, as you can see, it's got a nice long, I'd say about a 6 foot set of battery cables. And then it's got about a 6 foot power supply cable, okay? And here you see it's got the little stands to set it up on the, when you put it on the bench or whatever. And this is a model, let me give it to you there too. It's a model BC, B like in boy, C like in corn, 25BS, BC 25BS. BS like, you know, boy in school, you know, 25 BC 25BS. It's 120 volts, and it puts out 12 volts, okay, and 75 amps DC. Really a nice looking unit, you know. It's really, I mean, really, I'm glad I bought this thing. I had to kind of save up and wait to buy it because, you know, financially, you know, I don't want to be buying junk. And I looked on all the pages on the internet. I checked into all kinds of them. I actually bought a 25 amp Schumacher. It didn't last. Burnt that thing up, you know. The electronics in it, I guess. Same, had a 15 amp Schumacher. But it burned up too, charging the same battery, my Trojan battery, okay? One of my Trojan batteries. And this one here just rinse through that battery recondition. And after that, you charge it 24, you recondition it 24 hours. Then you put it on a regular charge, you see, after you recondition it. Put it on regular charge for 3 or 4 hours. You get yourself a fresh, hot battery that's going to last you a while. Instead of wasting your money doing any more research on the internet, I'm telling you, go to this. I bought this one at, let's say I bought this one at Walmart, okay? And it's been about, like I say, it's been the best battery charger so far. And never has missed a minute. You know, I guess I've had it about 6 months. You know, it's never missed a lick. I've charged a lot of batteries with it. You know, as a matter of fact, I just pulled it off the charger to make this video to show it to you. But $59.95 and you're out the door with this thing. And I think this one's going to last quite a few years. Certainly is a nice looking unit and a nice performing unit, you know. So quit all that searching YouTube, the internet, Google and all that, looking for a battery charger. If you want a good home battery charger, this is the one, guys. It's really good for solar installations where you got to recondition a battery. You just want to charge up your bank, you know. You put this this on there, it'll take care. It does it all, you know, electronically. It's got a good program on it that really covers what the condition of the battery are. But I would say charge one battery at a time. In other words, if you're doing a solar bank, unconnect your leads and charge one battery at a time. Just go down the line till you finish up. And when you get done, you have reconditioned, good, solid batteries. And this thing checks your alternator, pretty much tells you the condition of your battery, you know. So anyway, YouTubers, hope you enjoyed this. You know, I'm always putting up videos off of all this stuff. I'm always doing something, you know. So if you would like, you know, kind of click the subscribe button, and I'm going to be putting other things up later. I just thought this was such a good piece of equipment. I'm making a video to point you in the right direction. You know, this is good information, and I hope you enjoyed it. You know, so give me a thumbs up and click subscribe, because, like I say, I'm always doing more videos, especially a lot on solar energy and you know, hot rodding and sports cars. You know, so there you go. We'll see you later.